This video is to demonstrate a property that we added some time ago. It's been a few versions ago, but a slope property to, on the conduits. So I want to just bring up the conduit here and let's look at its utility properties. So you can see just from the text in the view, I've labeled the pipe. I've got a 100-foot stormwater concrete pipe at a 0.5% slope. I've just placed a catch basin, and you can see the invert of that catch basin is at 96, and the invert of this catch basin is at 91. And when I look at this particular pipe, it's starting at the 96 going down to the 91, and it's for 100 feet. So if I look at the properties, the utility properties about that pipe under physical, you will see it's a 12-inch pipe, but further down, again, there's the inverts, but there's the length of the pipe. So I've got a 100-foot pipe. Now that is what we would call the calculated length of pipe. And then the slope that's calculated is 0.5%. And so my annotation actually says that as well. So I'm picking up that field, that slope calculated field in my label, and I'm also picking up the slope, um, the length here as well, the length scaled. Now, knowing that if you can see in the 3D view that the pipe is connecting to the outer inside wall of the structure, so the actual, if I zoom in on the structure there, you can see it's actually connecting to the inside wall. So looking at the property, physical property called slope, I'm sorry, length construction, it's 96. So the pipe length is actually 96, and that's from edge of or inside wall to inside wall of structure. But the length scaled is the center to center length, and I have a 4-foot diameter manhole on each end there. So center to center would be 100, length of construction 96, because you're subtracting out 2 feet on either end. Now in profile view, if I look at the profile, you can see the 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 96, the 91, and then I see the slope is 5.21, and here the slope calculated is 5%. So that was confusing to some users, especially who wanted to see the center to center slope. So we added a property, or we added a setting, I should say, and the backstage. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Settings. I'm going to select my user preferences, and we store this setting or this preference setting under View Options Civil under the Drainage and Utilities section. Several preferences there for a user to change, but this particular one that we're talking about is Show Open Flows Calculated Slope. So if it's set to false, so it's not showing the calculated slope, it's showing the slope, over 96 feet essentially in that example. And I'm going to set this to true and click OK. And I'll go back to my drawing. And now the label will say 5%. So it's saying use the calculated slope there. So that's just an explanation of how to get the slope calculated to show up on your profile. And of course, you can change that. It's a user preference that you can change.